Hi everybody, Gina Marie here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am getting ready to do a reading for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Whenever you find this video, you were meant to find it. Alright, Sagittarius, let's see where the cards want to take us today. Alright, Sagittarius, if you'd like to join my newsletter, become a love and lighter, you can go to tarotbyginamarie.com. Also, I have a free Introduction to Tarot webinar, and in that webinar, I teach you the meanings of the Ace of the Ten of Cups and how to do a 3-card read totally free from me. If that's something you're interested in, then check out my webinar. It's free and it's linked in the description box below. All right, Sagittarius, the overall energy of the reading is the Eight of Swords. Is somebody going to stay all up in their head, or are they finally getting out of this? Eight of Swords is a mental prison we put ourselves in, and only we can get ourselves out. Okay. In your recent past, we have the King of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Ten of Swords can be a painful ending, or it can mean letting things end that need to end. King of Swords has a plan, takes action, and cuts out what no longer serves him. Two of Pentacles can be somebody juggling something or trying to put things into balance. In your current energies, we have the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Lovers. Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. It's getting what you want because you value yourself. Ten of Cups, are we daydreaming about all this love and happiness, or do we actually feel like we can have it here in the 3D? Lovers is a very powerful love connection. It was also called the choice back in the day. In your potential final outcome, we have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and fate in this deck is the Wheel of Fortune. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles to me is a very personal card because one of the meanings means to have everything. What does it mean to have everything to you? Two of Swords, somebody could be at a crossroads. Somebody could feel like they're being blocked. Somebody could be taking off the blindfold and actually listening to their intuition. Wheel of Fortune, when we allow the wheel to turn, it turns for success and good karma. Now, we have to see how all of this correlates to the Eight of Swords. Now let's start clarifying. Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Now, take the reading how it resonates. Roles can be reversed. I could be talking about you or someone's energy connected to you. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Talk to me about these 10 swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Okay, why is the Ten of Swords here? Yeah. Ho, 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 ho. Okay. Ten of Swords is being clarified by the Three of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Now, Ten of Swords, something came to a very painful ending. Or something ended and somebody is heartbroken about it. Big time. Why? Why did it come to an ending and why are they heartbroken about it? Because with the Knight of Wands here, somebody was in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. It was like somebody was in the connection and then they left. They were in the connection, then they left. They were in the connection, then they left. So, yeah, somebody's heartbroken because something ended. But something ended because of their poor behavior. Let me say it like that. Because they were in and out. Maybe because they were in and out because they couldn't detached from a toxic situation. Maybe they were in and out because they never fully healed from a previous situation. Stinking thinking, whatever it was. But this person, I feel like they would dip their toe in the connection, and then once they were getting ready to put a whole foot in, they would leave. Then eventually they would come back, they would dip a toe in, get ready to stick the whole foot in, and then they would leave again. King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here? Yeah, so this is somebody who's heartbroken because of their own behavior. Let me say it like that. Why is the King of Swords here? Why is the King of Swords here? Talk to me about the King of Swords. Why is he here? Yeah, why is the King of Swords here? King of Swords is being clarified, yeah, by the Strength card. Yeah, and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody needs to be like this King of Swords. Somebody needs to get the strength. I want to say, and just excuse me, but somebody needs to get the strength to cut this shit out. Okay? The reason why they keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I feel like they want the connection with you, but either they're connected to somebody toxic or a toxic family or they people please, they have very low self-esteem, they have wounds from the past that need to be healed, that they don't want to look at, that they don't want to heal. So it's what they need to, it's take a breath. I have so many things going through my head that I want to say. With this King of Swords, somebody needs to cut this out, okay, this in and out behavior. They need to get the strength to go towards what it is they want. They need to get the strength to become like this Knight of Pentacles, liberated, free, single, and independent. So they need to have the strength to become liberated and free from whatever is keeping them to going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's what they need to do. Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Like I said, if they're connected to a toxic person or a toxic family, cut it out. If they have low self-esteem or stinking thinking, they need to cut it out. As in, they need to look at why. And they need to start healing from that. Like if they were in a really crappy relationship before yours, they need to heal from that crappy relationship. Heal from what was happening and what was done to them, or what they allowed someone else to do to them. And sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow, that we allowed other people to treat us like crap. We allowed it. Not that somebody else was an asshole and treated us like shit. It's we allowed it. That's sometimes the hard realization. They need to be able to liberate themselves from that. So somebody needs to start doing the work and healing from that. Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Talk to me about the Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Yeah, Two of Pentacles is being clarified by the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this person, it's like this person goes around and around and around and around. Around and around with what? With the cup. It's, here they have the cup, they want to give the cup to you, but then they don't. They want to come and give the cup to you, then they don't. It's like, or it's, they want to come and give the cup to you, but they give it to their toxic situation instead. And then if they pull back, then if they want to give it to you, it's like going back and forth. It's like going around and around and around and around. They need to get the strength to liberate themselves from this, from what causes them to keep going in and out, in and out. Need to liberate themselves from the pain, as in heal from the pain so that they can come in. Current energies, 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, Lovers. 9 of Cups. Why is the 9 of Cups there? 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Why is the 9 of Cups here? I believe you are their wish fulfillment, big time. They just don't know what the hell to do with you. Well, I can tell you, how about this? How about heal from your past so that you can go and have your wish fulfillment? Or how about trying to get to the root of the problem as to why you keep dipping in and out of a fabulous connection and that you can't stay there? What's the problem? 9 of Cups, look at that. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. 10 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Here we are with our wish fulfillment. Our wish fulfillment, let me just say it, is you. And what did they do? They stuck 10 swords into the connection. Now watch this, because this brings me back here. I love this. Okay, 9 of Cups is their wish fulfillment. Their wish fulfillment is you, is a relationship with you. But they've stuck 10 swords in it. They stuck 10 swords in it, and they're all about the hurt and pain. Why? Because they were in and out, in and out, in and out. Well, with that in and out behavior, if they change it, here's the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel turns in their favor. If, in fact, and remember what I just said before I laid down these cards, if somebody can figure out why they are in and out of a fabulous connection and that they're not in it and in it to stay and win it, if they can figure out why, then things can change. As in, if it's, okay, well, I keep going back to my toxic ex or this toxic situation. Why? Why do you feel like you have to go back to a toxic situation? Or I bolt because I don't feel like I'm worthy of the relationship. Why don't you feel worthy? Well, because I was hurt in the past. Okay, well, let's start healing from that so that you can have what it is you want, which is this fabulous relationship. Ten of Cups. Why is the Ten of Cups here? Talk to me about these 10 cups. Why is the 10 of Cups here? Yeah, I feel like somebody just sits and daydreams about you and the relationship and what they could have had, and all they have to do is get off their ass and go for it. Put the work in, and they can have what they want. Yeah, 10 of Cups is being clarified by the Fool and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, get out of la-la land. Quit daydreaming about it. Take that leap of faith forward and go towards the stability. This King of Pentacles represents the relationship that you could have with this person. It would be a stable and loving and nurturing, caring relationship. If in fact, well, I want to say, I believe you're open to it, but if in fact this person got their head out of their ass. Let me just say it like that. Lovers. Why is the Lovers here? I know that sounds harsh, but I can feel that they're heartbroken because they've ended this, because they couldn't. It's like I said, they were in and out, in and out. They're heartbroken because of it. But the only person that can fix that is them. That's it. All of for essentially your begging, your pleading, your, hey, we can make this work. Hey, I love you and I love you for who you are. It's like all of that means bupkis if this person can't deal with what they need to deal with in order to be with you. I feel like you're open for it. They just need to be open for it. I feel like they need to be able to take that leap of faith forward and realize that they have the stability to come forward as long as they can cut out their demons and move forward. Lovers. Why is the Lovers here? Why is the Lovers here? Yeah. Why is the Lovers here? Yeah. Lovers is being clarified by the Page of Cups. Yeah, and the King of Wands. They feel the connection. They want to give to the connection. But I feel like with this King of Wands, it's more or less pride and ego is keeping them back. Pride and ego acting like, well, I don't really need the connection with Sagittarius. Well, no, you don't need it, but you really and surely sure as hell want it. In your potential final outcome, Two of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and Fate. Fate is the Wheel of Fortune. 10 of Pentacles. Why is the 10 of Pentacles here? Yeah. Why is the 10 of Pentacles here? Why is the 10 of Pentacles here? Why? Oh, there's one of my favorite cards. Ace of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They left themselves out in the cold where it came to their 10 of Pentacles, which is you, this relationship. 10 of Pentacles means to have everything. And in some aspects, this person feels like in order to have everything, it's a relationship with you. Because you're everything that they've ever wanted. Ace of Swords, it's like, here's the truth and the clarity that 5 of Pentacles, that they left their 10 of Pentacles out in the cold. They did this to themselves. It's like a smack in reality. Like if you were to talk to this person be like, oh, well, I could have had this relationship, and they could make up every friggin' excuse in the book. Oh, well, they didn't give me time to get my stuff together, or they didn't give me time to do this, or they didn't give me time to do that. No, the reality of the situation is that they needed to do work on their side and they weren't doing it. And I feel like now they're sitting in regret going, I could have had everything I ever wanted, but I left it out in the cold because I kept going back to something or someone that didn't value me. Two of Swords. Why is the Two of Swords here? Why is the Two of Swords here? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time. Big time. Why is this Two of Swords here? Yeah. Two of Swords. Yeah. 6 of Wands and the Two of Swords. Yeah. Okay. With this Two of Swords, what I felt like is there are two truths. Two Ace of Swords. Okay. Two truths. Their truth and the actual truth. Their truth, like I said, their truth is, well, Sagittarius wouldn't give me enough time to do what I needed to do to be in the connection. They kept pressuring me to, detach from a toxic person. They were pressuring me to start doing the work and healing. I don't think I need to heal. It's like bouncing in and out of something that they really want. Like, seriously? 6 of Wands, it's almost like, I feel like this is a false victory. Like there's two truths here, and they took victory over going towards their truth. But it wasn't the real, it's their truth for them was possibly blaming you for not giving them time to do whatever they needed to do, or you were pressuring them. But no, what you were doing is, I feel like you were trying to get them to detach from something or someone that wasn't good for them. And they didn't see it that way. Wheel of Fortune, why is the wheel here? Yeah, why is the wheel here? It's like this person is realizing that they put themselves out in the cold with something that they really and truly wanted, but the only person that can fix it is them. Why? Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Okay, what are they going to do? What are we going to do? Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. It's about friggin' time, right? You know, the tower does for you, or the universe does for you what you can't do for yourself. And the Page of Pentacles. All right. All right, lower your volume, everybody. Lower your volume. I gotta do it. Wheel of Fortune's being clarified by... BAM! We have a tower, ladies and gentlemen. We have a tower. The tower and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. The tower. Why is the tower here? I know, it's a very pretty tower card. I love the purple. I love the little... The skull on the wings there. But she's holding a spider, and oh, you guys know how I feel about spiders. I can't. I can't. Why is the tower here? Why is the tower here? Talk to me about the tower. Why? Why is the tower here? Ooh, why? Oh, and look at that. Did you see? Did you see? Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I have the window open, so it's not like the divine spirits or whatever is moving my cards. I have the window open, so a big gust of wind came, and all of a sudden, something is trying to reveal itself. I think I know the card, but let's deal with this tower first. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm laughing because it's like I hear everything in my head. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is being clarified by the Tower and the Page of Pentacles. And the Tower is being clarified by the Seven of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Someone was lying about giving to the connection. That is what their Tower moment is. It's like the wheel is trying to turn for them. The wheel is trying to turn. Where it comes to their wish fulfillment, somebody stuck 10 swords in it, and now they're all heartbroken. Why? Because they were in and out, in and out, in and out. If they change that, if they figure out why they were in and out, and they fix it, let's say connected to a toxic person, just for example, and they detach from that toxic person and say, nope, not going to allow them to control me anymore. I am my own person. I'm doing what I want for me. And they start the healing work. The wheel can turn. The wheel can turn for them. I feel like the wheel is trying to turn. And as the wheel is trying to turn, they have a tower moment. Their tower is that they weren't being honest about giving to this connection. They weren't being honest at all about giving to the connection. Because I feel, like I said, they would dip a toe in, but when it came to dipping their whole foot in, they would bolt. They were never really in it. They were more out of it than they were in it. Page of Pentacles. I feel that in some aspects, they're learning that this wheel isn't turning because they themselves need to be honest in order for the wheel to turn. And somebody is all up in their head about what to do. And that, underneath it, is temperance. If somebody can get out of their head, here's balance, patience, healing, here's reconciliation energy. And that wanted to show itself. So if somebody can get out of their head, then there's some healing work that can happen. But this is devil energy. This is, and I've used this example before. You get your check on a Friday, you look at your check, and it's 8 hours short. And you're like, son of a biscuit. So you call your boss, and your boss goes, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It was an honest mistake. I will cut you a check on Monday for the difference. And you're like, okay. Well, you hang up the phone, and all of a sudden, here's this Eight of Swords that creeps in. And it goes, your check is short 8 hours. You're not going to have enough money to pay rent. They're going to evict you. You're going to be out on the street. You're going to be living in your car. Now we're living in our car. Oh my God. Then it's, oh my God, I'm living in my car. Oh my God. And see how this is going like this and how I'm shaking it? It's because all of a sudden now you're getting like this. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to be living in my car. What am I going to do? I'm homeless now. What am I going to do? That's the Eight of Swords. Have you ever talked to somebody in the Eight of Swords? You're like, you know what? I just can't do this, because they go around and around and around and around. And then all of a sudden, something in their head has to snap, as in like, hello, McFly, get a grip. And they go, now wait a minute. Okay, my check is short, but as soon as I get back to work on Monday, which is just 2 days away, I'm going to get the rest of it. So I'm not going to be homeless. I'm not going to be living in my car. I'm not going to get evicted. What am I doing? That's getting out of the Eight of Swords. Somebody needs to get out of the Eight of Swords. Somebody needs to get real with themselves and not go off on this devil energy tangent and heal. And I believe if they can do that, then they can possibly come in. Because the Tower here is giving them some self-realization that they weren't being honest about giving to this connection. A connection that is their wish fulfillment. All right. So if somebody can get out of that Eight of Swords, but it's going to be all up to their free will. All right. What does the universe want to tell you? What does the universe want to say? Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, and their creator is the Magician. All right, and the Eight of Cups is being crossed by the Five of Pentacles. If, in fact, they can walk away from what they need to walk away from and leave that out in the cold, they can get on this boat with the Six of Swords and move forward. Move forward and be the manifester of their own life, realizing that they are the master of their own destiny. To me, it's like sometimes I tell you that the magician is like Glinda the Good Witch from The Wizard of Oz when she tells Dorothy, honey, you had the magic within you the entire time. We all do. We all do. That's what I'm trying to say. If you are in a crappy relationship, only you can get out of it. If you're in a shitty job, only you can get out of it. If you don't like where you live, if you don't like your circumstances, only you can change that, because you are the magician. You have everything you need to change your circumstances. And it doesn't mean that they're going to go and change overnight. You can start taking the steps to change. You hate that job? Well, you know what? Start beefing up your resume and put it out there. It doesn't mean that the next day you're going to get another job, but it means that the potential for you to get a better job is there because you put your resume out. You're doing the work. You're changing your circumstances. You don't like that relationship? Get out of it. Life is too short to be stuck with somebody you can't stand or is draining you energetically, financially, however you want to put it. You are the master of your own destiny. And I feel that once this person realizes that they are, and they can walk away and put things out in the cold that need to be there and get on this boat, learn their lessons from the past, get on this boat and move forward, then you guys might have a bright future together. But it's going to be all up to somebody's free will. All right, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped. If you like the content that I have, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like a much in-depth personal reading with me, or if you'd like to learn the meanings of the Ace or the Ten of Cups and how to do a 3-card read totally free from me, then check out my webinar. It's free and it's linked in the description box below. Love and light, everybody.